Hi, my name's Elaine Fujimara, and we're all kind of stuck at home now trying to minimize our trips to the grocery store. So I'd like to show you how to make a nice meal with food that you probably have in your pantry already, so we can cut back those grocery store trips. I also like to promote plant-based eating, so this is all going to be vegan. Okay, what we're going to do is make a roasted vegetable and garbanzo bean mix. So I opened a can of garbanzo beans and drained it and rinsed it. You can also make your beans from scratch, and that would be about 1.5 cups of cooked beans. So the first thing we're going to do is make the marinade. I'm going to tilt this computer down so you can see the bowl what I'm mixing in. Here we go. There we go. Okay. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. You can use tamari if you want to be gluten-free. 2 tablespoons of water. 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce, but I don't have any tomato sauce today, so I'm going to use ketchup. Okay, my recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of honey or maple syrup, but since ketchup is sweeter than tomato sauce, I'm only going to put in 1. Okay. 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger. There we go. 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic. If you have fresh garlic, you can chop it up and put about 1/2 to a tablespoon in. Pepper. Some black pepper. And a tablespoon of sesame oil. Sesame oil gives it kind of an Asian flavor. If you don't happen to have sesame oil, you can use another kind. This will change the flavor a little bit. Okay, so you can see this mixture. I'm going to mix it all in here. So we have a marinade here. If you want, you can also put a little bit of hot sauce in there. My husband and I like spicy food, so we're going to put a little dash of sriracha in, but that's totally optional. That's up to you. So there it is. You can taste it. See if you want more seasoning or more hot sauce. So I'm going to put the garbanzo beans in. These are the vegetables I happen to have in my refrigerator. I had a few Brussels sprouts, which I've sliced pretty thin so that they'll roast evenly, and a carrot. But I was short of other vegetables. So you can also use frozen vegetables in this. You don't even need to thaw them out. Frozen vegetables. Okay. Let's mix the bowl. All right. And stir this. Coat the marinade onto all the vegetables and beans. Look how colorful. If you don't have garbanzo beans, it probably would work with any kind of light bean, like a cannellini bean, pinto bean. I'm not sure if a bean like a black bean would work, but you can try it. Okay. Then I take a baking pan, which I have lined with parchment paper. That is optional. It just helps with the cleanup later. So you spread it out. You do your best to make it one layer. So you can see how it's one layer here so that it roasts in the oven. Oh, I forgot to say, have your oven should be at 400 degrees. You put this in the oven for 10 minutes. Take it out, stir it up a little bit, flip it around, and then put it in for 10 more minutes. So here is one that I made earlier. You can see that the vegetables are much smaller because the water has gone out of them, and the beans are delicious. They just soaked up that marinade and they're nice and flavorful. So I'll show you how to serve it. Put it over some cooked brown rice or pasta or baked potato or even a salad. And put some of these beans and roasted vegetables on top. Doesn't that look great? And you can sprinkle it with a little bit of lemon juice. If you do not have a fresh lemon at your house, you could try a little bit of balsamic vinegar. I've taken some just generic balsamic vinegar, put some dried fruit in it to give it some extra flavor. And you can, these are dried cherries. These dried cherries have soaked up the balsamic vinegar and they're tangy and yummy, and you can put that on top. Also drizzle a little bit of the balsamic vinegar on there. I'll show you what it looks like. And then something else that is nice, if you happen to have some fresh herbs in your garden or in your refrigerator, sprinkle that on for some freshness and color. Here are some chives and mint that I got out of my garden just now. Kind of add a little bit of that. So there you go. There's a very quick and easy pantry dinner that you can enjoy probably for a couple days. Thanks.